It's a wonderful day in Monkeyland. Let me tell you why. We did everything over the weekend and we are fully booked and planned out. Planned, I use that word very loosely, for Sturgis. So let's chat for a minute. So, late part of last week, I reached out to the Chip and said to my contact there, Gertrude, because if I don't give him a fake name, people will call. And I said, hey, Gertrude, we got to get this done, man. Like, not just for videos and stuff, but just for my sanity. Because I am not one, I'm not one to plan, but I'm also not one to not know where the hell I'm staying when I get to the Sturgis rally. And so Gertrude came back and said, yeah, man. So what they were doing is they were trying to figure out if they were doing anything for the YouTube channels and the whatnots. And still hadn't gotten all that done, and what it's going to mean, I don't know. But he said, I can tell you this. And this I was very thankful for. We are going to give you and Mrs. Monkey press credentials. Like, he must not watch the channel. Like, this is not, this is not a, my stool just dropped a screw. This could go bad before it's over, but I'm sticking it out. So basically, we're going to have press passes for the Chip. The Chip is not a sponsor. I know that's hilarious. As I sit here in front of a wall of Buffalo Chip posters, I think they even go that way too on that side, and I wear a Buffalo Chip ball cap. This was a gift from El Buffalo, which is kind of ironic. But no, they are not a sponsor of the channel. They did give me press passes this year, which is a tremendous help because, saves me having to buy passes for me and the missus. But I did have to book and pay for my RV spot separately. And I wouldn't call it bad news. The reality is we got this all said and done, and then I called and spoke to, not Gertrude, but I don't want to think of another name right now, and paid for my RV spot. And it turns out that they are already, that's how big Sturgis is still going to be this year, they are already sold out of the mega spots. So a little history on this. I have been going to the Buffalo Chip since my father first took me there when I turned 13 that trip. So I don't know if I was 12 or 13 when I first got there. But took me to see the Doobie Brothers of the Buffalo Chip. I've been there a bunch of times even as a kid, but I remember that specific show, and it's a dirty story. So maybe we'll tell it some other time. But I've been going to the Chip since I was a kid. And for us, for me and the missus, all these years later, it is still a staple part of our rally, no matter where we're staying. We have stayed at the Chip most of the time, but even the times that we've gone to Glencoe, because I used to go there as a kid too with my dad going to Sturgis. So even the times we've stayed someplace else, the Chip is still a huge part of our time because we love concerts. We love concerts. We love the whole, I hate the word the young people use too much these days, but vibe of the place. There's a lot of fun. There's bars up front. There's bike shows. There are bike washes. There's vendors and manufacturers showing the new bike. I remember I saw the BMW R18 concept there a couple years ago for the first time. So an example. A lot of cool stuff going on at the Chip. There's a David Yule gallery, there where they're selling the latest, Sturgis print. All that great stuff happens at the Chip. And again, like I said, we're nuts for concerts. We love concerts, and they have the big names. Sturgis play at pretty much two places. They play at the Full Throttle Saloon, and they play at the Buffalo Chip. More at the Buffalo Chip as far as big names. So this year already they've announced Aaron Lewis, who was the lead singer of Stain, who now has a country band of his own. Damn good if you haven't heard him yet. Aaron Lewis. Snoop Dogg, which I saw him in 2019 at the Chip, and I think it was the biggest crowd I'd ever seen. Like, I know everyone says, oh, Leonard Skinner's huge. Yeah, they are, but I think Snoop had him. I'd be interesting to see what the biggest crowd was, but it was a massive crowd, and it was also a tremendous amount of fun. Hell of a showman, a good show. Or Kid Rock's another one. They say, oh, that's huge. But Snoop's pretty big, just saying. So Snoop Dogg's going to be there. Travis Tritt is going to be there. Aaron Lewis is going to be there. Leonard Skinner was just announced. There are others that I'm forgetting. Oh, Rob Zombie's going to be there this year. So those are concerts we won't miss. We'll be at all those concerts. So right there, you're looking at half your rally every night. I know where I'm going to end up. And as I've said before on Sturgis Rally videos, I'm a firm believer in staying where you're going to be. And what I mean by that is Popo is everywhere and looking to pull you over and put you in the clink, writing DUIs like crazy. So I am a firm believer in staying, right, close to, if not on property, where you plan to be at the end of the night. So if I'm going to see Snoop Dogg and I'm going to be there and I'm probably going to have some drinks, let's be honest, I'm slanging them drinks. At the end of the night, at 1 in the morning, I do not want to be mounting up and trying to get home to someplace else, because the popo is just going to be lined up, whoop, whoop, and there you go, going to the clink, and it's going to cost you 10 grand. So stay where you're going to be. If you're there for the rides, I've said this before in videos, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. If you're just there for the rides, which is some of the best riding in the country, if you're just there for the rides, then it don't matter where you're going to stay, because you're really not going to be riding the mountains in the dark. So when the day comes to, the sun's setting, you'll head back to wherever you're staying, whether that's in Spearfish or Deadwood or Rapid City or wherever, man, freaking Gillette, Wyoming, wherever the hell you're staying. If you're just there for the rides, you're fine. If you're like us and you like Main Street, you like the rides, don't get me wrong, we put on typically about 2,000 miles from the time we get there to the time we leave, depending on how many days we're there, once we get there, which is a feat for a week if your average speed is like 40 miles an hour. Anyway, all of the topic. Anyway, so we are booked. The big spaces were sold out. The space I got is 25 feet wide by 40 feet long. The problem is, or that creates, or inconvenience, whatever the hell you want to call it, is that my rig is about 9 foot wide by 36 feet long. 9 foot wide before I put the slide out. So when I put my rig in my spot, she's going to be, it's going to be tight. I'm going to have to use just a couple feet in front of the tongue that'll be left to probably the rental golf cart, which we will use. We should do a whole video on why golf carts at Sturgis. People ask. It's because Buffalo Chip is a freaking city, and it's a mile from one. You're going to walk yourself out, believe it or not, if you don't have transportation, and you can use your bike to get around. But it's a little ruddy. It is still a field. Not a fun thing to do, especially after a couple of them drinks I mentioned earlier. And what the hell was I going to say? I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's ruddy. It's a pain in the ass to get around, and you may be lubed up a little bit. It's my motorcycle. If I've had a couple drinks, it just wants to lay down. It's just like, no, right here's good, and I don't want to do that. So you and three, your closest, get in your cart and run around. Be respectful. Be nice. Don't run through people's don't be a jerk, because someone's going to straighten you out. But golf carts are good ideas to Chip. So we will be getting there on Friday, August the 5th, which is my birthday, actually. Rolling in on Friday, August the 5th. I'm leaving here. I live in South Florida, if you don't know. And I will be pulling the rig and our two bikes up to St. Louis. Getting into St. Louis in late July. Spending some time with my fam, my actual blood relatives, and then spending some time with the fam that's not blood relatives, some brothers and stuff up there. Probably see the organization shall be named a bit, as well as some other MC brothers up there that I love to death and like to have a beer with. So I'm going to do that for a couple days, enjoy my hometown. The missus is flying into St. Louis on the 2nd or something like that, not sure. And then she is going to do the trip with me up. She keeps saying she's going to unload her bike and ride so that she can tell everyone that she rode to Sturgis while I drove the truck, but I'm going to frickin' padlock that sumbitch in there so she can't do that to me. Anyway, so we will be arriving together on Friday, August the 5th. I know there's an opening day event, I think, that features the Badgers that did the World Record Poker Run. I'm not positive if I'm right on that, but I think so. I don't know if we'll be there or what the details are, so look at their channel to see what's planned already, and maybe if I find out more, I'll share it later. We'll probably do a meet and greet there at the Buffalo Chip on the 6th. What is that, Saturday? Because the 6th is Snoop Dogg. We know we'll already be there, so why not just have a meet and greet out front? This is early planning, so it could change. But I'm thinking if we do a meet and greet at the Big Engine Bar on the evening of the 6th, we can have some fun with everybody. Anyone can come, because you don't have to have a pass to the Buffalo Chip, just off the streets. You can come to the Big Engine Bar on the 6th. We'll hang out that evening. I'll let you know times and all that stuff later. And then anyone who's going to Snoop already will already be there, and we can just go to the concert together. So I think that'd be a good time. But anyway, so tentatively Saturday, August the 6th, we'll do something at the Chip. And then the missus has to go home on the 9th, unfortunately, to take care of baby monkey. She's a saint and gives me the whole Sturgis, and then she always takes care of little one. Another reason why she can't leave as early as I am. And then I will roll out of the chip probably on Saturday the 12th because I'm going to have a 4-day, at least 3-day, if not 4-day journey home. Home to get back to South Florida so I can return to breaking rock for a living on probably the Tuesday. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But that's it. Want to announce those are the plans. Me and the missus and Old Man Monkey. He will be arriving on August the 7th, by the way. The old man's rolling in. He's going to crash at my rig. We will be together riding all week, going to events, going to Topless Tuesday, having a good old friggin' time, and all over the Buffalo Chip and all over the Sturgis Rally. So there's our plans. Comment down below, question down below. We'll still do a bunch of videos about our favorite places to eat. You already know our favorite place to stay is the Buffalo Chip. Glencoe's a close second. Anything else? Let me know what other specific Sturgis topics you want to do, because it's time for me to start catching up, because I'm running behind. And the damn rally's only 4 months away, not even, because I'll be leaving the end of July. So my phone just overheated. Like, am I that sexy? Like, this much hotness just burned it. My phone was like, I can't handle it. Too much hotness. And just shut down. Anyway, so what else should I talk about at Sturgis? We're going to do a video about probably maybe routing and how I do it, and then like places to eat, best places to get a drink. We still got to do those. But I need to have Mrs. Monkey here because her perspective is important, because she is smart and I am stupid. It's just reality, man. So anyway, so that's it. Just want to let you know where we're going to be and how the plan's going to work out. Put comments, questions, ideas down below. Insults are fine. I will respond appropriately. And from there, love you all to death. Take care of each other out there. We'll talk real soon. Bye.